So let's start this video off with a public service announcement, and that is Alec Baldwin had all charges for him brutally slaying Helena Hutchins on a movie set of Rust dropped. So stay alert, ladies. This man's thirst for killing women is unquenchable, and now he's just got away with it totally scot-free. He is now emboldened. He's gonna be going wild with his bloodlust, so stay safe out there, girls. Speaking of deranged leftists, let's talk about Twitter. Once a place where total nobodies and losers could get a coveted, verified blue checkmark, so long as they paid $15,000 so they can lord it over the plebs and push their weird agendas, because look, they're a verified account. They are obviously better than me, a humble NPC. So I must listen to this obviously trusted person, no matter how insane they might seem to be. For a long time, it seems like it was, in a lot of ways, the establishment, if you want to call it that, way of translating the obedience and control they had created with the television into the online age. These shills will parrot whatever they are told to, a crowd of gullible idiots, and because of that tick next to their name, a significant amount of them will believe it. No questions asked. It was a good system they had set up. Now, unfortunately, Twitter got bought by Elon Musk, and he upended all of that, making it more of a free speech platform and introducing Twitter Blue, where all you had to do was pay Twitter $8 a month and you too could have a verified checkmark, which means nothing to a normal person. But to these corporate and government shills, this checkmark is their reason for being, because no one actually cares about them in the real world. But on Twitter, they get to feel like they're important. So this diluting of the checkmark was very upsetting to them. But at least they still had their checkmarks, eh? At least they got these first before the riffraff and scum got their hands on them. They'll always have that, right? Wrong! Because last night, unless you paid Twitter $8, everyone's legacy blue checkmarks were taken away from them, including the most famous assassin in the world. So I guess Elon Musk had better update his life insurance policy. But the meltdowns are what we wanted to see. And of course, because these are leftists, we got that in spades. We had all of Resistance Grifter Twitter saying how absolutely not mad they were all over the place. They just don't care, guys. It's so irrelevant to them. I mean, I never talk about things I don't care about. Maybe I'm the strange one here, but they're not mad. Despite the fact the only reason anyone knows who any of these clowns are is because they screech on Twitter about Trump. But then you have the I'm not mad about losing my reason for breathing, boy, I'm gonna block all the other checkmarks on site now. That's how not furious I am, brigade. Then there's the, oh wow, it's so freeing to not have a blue checkmark, gang. Just a website. How can anything on it be a burden in the first place? I don't get it. Then we get on to the real meltdown, starting with the stupidest of all the government journalists, Aaron Rupar, who started ranting about Elon Musk removing these meaningless, arbitrary things no one should have had in the first place because it gave them a fake sense of self-importance when it absolutely wasn't justified. Ranting about how Elon Musk is trying to be Trump and an agent of chaos. Remember, this tweet is because he lost a blue tick next to his name on a website, which he could have back if he paid $8 a month. But it doesn't end there. Rupar is so mad he declares it is time for Twitter to die, but seethes about there being no viable alternative to it, surmising Mastodon is the only one close. But unfortunately, the user base there is very niche. Now, the user base being very niche is an odd way of describing they're all kid touchers, but you do you, Aaron. Then, to my favourite of the meltdowns, dumb celebrity women. First off, old hag Bette Midler, who loses her mind about, again, this is about having a little blue tick taken away from next to your name. This is what these lunatics are going crazy about, calling Musk a worm for unverifying her after all the free content she gave to the platform. Because screech tweeting about Trump all day, every day, in a pill and wine fueled rage is content now, apparently. But that first tweet doesn't mean she is seething with rage, despite what it looks like, guys. As Bette, a few hours later after getting more drunk, explains how funny she finds all of this. It sure does look like you are highly amused, Toots, and not appalled someone would dare treat you, Bette Midler, like a regular person. Then we get on to Alyssa Milano, the all-time classic case of being a smoke show and living life on easy mode when you're younger leads to your brain really not functioning that well once you've hit the wall. Who apparently thinks someone maybe impersonating her on Twitter is identity theft and wants to know if she would be able to sue Twitter because a Twitter account mocking you is the same as someone obtaining your social security number and stealing all your money and committing crimes, I guess. But finally, we come on to the best one of the day. literally who, called Julie Melner, who allegedly works for the New York Times and worked, past tense, whoops, BuzzFeed News, and stating, Elon thinks this is a funny joke. As a former verified account who lost their blue checkmark, I know how dangerous this really is. People are going to die. Now I know this little tick next to your name meant a lot to you, Julie, but maybe it's not the smartest move to declare on a public platform that you are going to go on a killing spree because of losing it. I don't know. And by the way, they can all just buy it back for $8 a month. That's what they're losing their minds over. $8. This meltdown really does show you that maybe people do need to put the phone down sometimes and do something in reality. Don't get this addicted to a meaningless app that's meant to be fun, like these people. It's sad and pathetic, but it's also hilarious for normal people. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, boy.